Hey, for those of you who are watching me, it's been so long, I've forgotten how to set everything up. I thought I had it all right, but things aren't working, so I can't see chat at the moment. So I'm going to try and get that working. So please be patient with me. It's been about a year since I streamed last because of the accident and stuff like that. So I can't see chat. I don't know what's going on. I've tried to do everything like I did before to get chat working, but it doesn't seem to be working. So I'm just going to put a BRB. I will return. Okay, my apologies. I don't know what my delay's like. I did a quick recording to see how it was working, but yeah, that took a little while. I've forgotten how to pop chat out and, and how to copy and paste and all that sort of stuff. But I think we might be there, so I should be able to close that now. Yes, I can do that, and I still can see chat. Yeah, so here we are. What did I close Discord? No, there it is. Okay, I'm just making sure everything's working and running. This is funny. YouTube's warning me that the stream's bitrate is 6,966 kilobytes a second. It's lower than the recommended bitrate of 6,800 kilobytes a second. Ah, no, it just went away. Okay. And now I have an excellent connection. So there seems to be, yeah, when I'm looking at this on my YouTube Go Live thing, there's a huge delay on here. But on my live feed down on my lappy here on the left, it looks like everything's back to normal. So anyway, here we are. So yes, I know it's been a while. It's been about 9 months since I streamed last. So for those of you who don't know, most of you do, I had a fairly serious car accident back in February. My wife and I, we got hit by a tipper truck. So a truck with a load of gravel on, you know, the ones that dump like for roadworks and stuff. They can lift it up and drive and let all the gravel out. And yeah, he weighed about 10 ton. And he hit us doing 110k an hour. So, like I said on that other video, anyway, yeah, the damage was pretty extensive. For some reason, Flea, thank you. Yes, hello, and welcome back to you. And thank you very much for jumping in, mate. I appreciate it. I appreciate everything. Yeah, I'm not sure who's out there or what's happening, but yeah, I'm just plodding along. Just sort of my first live stream in 9 months, so I thought I'd give it a go and just see how things are. If there's still people out there who want to jump in and say g'day. But yeah, so I was just talking about the accident actually because I wasn't sure who was here. But yeah, if you don't know, I had a pretty bad car accident back in February, and then I've had health issues, which has sort of kept me off here. But everything seems to be coming good now. Yeah, so I hope you're all enjoying Dragonflight because I am. I'm really enjoying it actually. I see they're going to bring dragon riding to the rest of Azeroth, which will be interesting. I think that'll be pretty cool. We get to keep our dragons, I guess. Yeah, what else? Obviously, Chris Metzens. Janish. Haven't seen you since Mythic Plus in Shadowlands. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, mate. Yes, I obviously haven't been on. I was just looking actually. My last stream was 9 months ago. So, yeah, if you don't know why, I had a pretty serious car accident in February this year, and then I've had health issues since then that have kept me in and out of hospital pretty regularly over the past few months. But things seems to be on the mend. Yeah, the car accident was pretty bad. If you're not on my Discord, you haven't seen the photos. I was in a large size four-wheel drive and I got hit by a truck carrying a load of gravel. He hit us at 110. Don't ask me what that is in miles. 50 mile an hour, something like that. 60 mile an hour, a bit over 60 mile an hour, I think it is. I'd have to do the conversion. But yeah, it was fairly significant accident. So yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, I'm on the mend, mate. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Thank you, Janice. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, mate. I thought I'd just jump on because I did a long form video yesterday on the first wing of the raid, and day before, and I thought I'd stream today and just see who's out there, what's happening in the wider world, and maybe do some questing or maybe try and do a mythic or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, actually, the new raid wing is open. So if we can't get in a mythic, I'll run that through the stream and just see how that goes. No, I am obviously feeling better. I am up for surgery on my left shoulder, so that is going to take me out again. I damaged my shoulder pretty extensively. I'm actually in a fair bit of pain as I sit here, which is great. I've been having cortisone injections into my shoulder, which is sort of not really helping anymore. So we obviously have to go and do surgery. So that's I'll go see my doc in early December for that, and probably will have surgery early next year. And it's a few months in a sling and stuff like that, but we'll sort it out. We can. I'll still should be able to press WSAND, so we should be all right. But yeah, so yeah, talk about a nightmare. I haven't done this for so long. Everything's sort of, I've got it all running now, but yeah, it was just really weird getting it set up again, thinking how quickly I used to be able to do it. But yes, I hope you're all doing well. Yes, as we know, we haven't seen each other for a while. What's been happening in my life? Nothing much. As you probably know, I don't, I'm a veteran on a pension, so not much happens. I play WoW. That's basically all I do. I've been trying to get back into it. I've got all this older stuff. Most of my video recording stuff is all old. I've got a GoPro Hero 4 Silver and, a Canon D700 or 700D or whatever they are. And, yeah, so I was trying to think what I could do. Could I do some stuff outside or something? I don't know. But anyway, I don't know. I charged up all my batteries because it's been so long since I used them. So I thought I'd charge up all my batteries last night, feeling like I was going to get into it and do all these videos and stuff. But anyway, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But yeah. So I hope my audio is coming through okay, and I don't have any delay or anything, and you can understand me fine. Yeah. Actually got my first professional voiceover job the other day, believe it or not. A friend of mine runs a business, and he has actually paid me a small amount of money, not a lot amount of money. He paid me a small amount of money to do his phone messages when people contact his business. So I got my first professional, because you get paid for that, my first professional voiceover job the other day. Yeah, he runs it's sort of a new thing now. He runs a drone ag spraying business. So agricultural drones. They're made by DJI and they're worth a fortune. They're about 40 or 50 grand each. And they're massive things. They're huge, big drones that have don't quote me on it, I think it's an 11-litre spray tank on them. And anyway, that's what he does. So I got my first professional voiceover job the other day, which was interesting. He got the generic one, and he didn't like that. He knew I had the right kind of voice. And he said, can you do it for me? I'll give you some money. And I'm like, yeah, mate, no worries. I think he paid me a very small amount, so nothing to get too excited about. But yeah, so I hope you're all doing well. And Flea, Janice, once again, thank you for jumping in and being active in chat. I'm not sure who else is out there. It doesn't look like anybody else. But yeah, so that's basically what's been happening with me. Where are we? Okay, that should be all right. Yes, that looks all right. Okay. Oh, man, I've forgotten so much stuff. But yeah, so I'm thinking we will probably look at doing a game later on. We'll chat for a little while, though. So what else can we talk about? So what's happening in Australia? Nothing much. We're cruising along, as we always do. We're getting American subs. That's going to be pretty cool. What else? Yeah, we're getting American submarines, nuclear-powered submarines. First time ever for us with anything with nuclear power. So that's interesting. What else? Nothing much, really. We've got any elections coming up? I don't think so. As you know, I live in a small town in the country, in the Queensland mountains. So, yeah, not much happens up here. Trying to think of what's newsworthy. Nothing really. So I follow this YouTuber Tyler Hoover of Hoovy's Garage, and I'm living vicariously through him. He is a car YouTuber, and I've been following him for a while, but it sort of led me to look through other YouTubers that are sort of he has other YouTubers on and stuff like that, like the Car Wizard, who's his mechanic, and then there's other mechanics that I'm sort of starting to follow, and yeah, it's actually pretty interesting. He sort of apparently he's quite wealthy, but Corgerton, hey mate, how are you? Thank you very much for jumping in. I appreciate that. I'm doing okay, mate. I'm doing okay. Everything's healed except my shoulder, because I've got to have surgery on that. I think the postie just pulled up, actually. I'm just going to listen for a beep, because we got a postie comes in the car for us, because we live in the country. We only get post like every 3 days, every 2 to 3 days, and the postie, if my car's out the front and she's got a package, she always toots, because she comes in her own car, believe it or not. It's a little RAV4. It'd be amazing to see what the kilometres are on it. But yeah, that's our postie. No, it sounds like she's gone. Oh no, that's what we've done. Oh yeah, we've discovered Temu, whatever you call it. So I bought all this tactical stuff off there. Of course I did. And my wife's bought some jewelry and like kitchenware and some other stuff. And it's just like, yeah, we're going a little bit bananas with the old Temu, however you pronounce it. Yeah, we're going a little bit bananas with that sort of stuff. And I think it's fun. It's like we all know where it's coming from. We all know sort of the pictures may not be exactly what you get and stuff like that. You just got the best thing to do, I find, is read the comments and the comments with photos and stuff like that. But yeah, so we're constantly now getting all these little packages, little rings and stuff that are 34 cents and $1.08 and all that sort of stuff. It's amazing how they can make them for so cheap. And I like the way they give you vouchers like every time, like it's a big deal. Oh yeah, it costs them 0.01 of a cent to make, and they're selling it for $3. You know what I mean? And they give you a voucher of 50 cents off, and you're like, "Well, yeah, $2.50." Anyway, but yeah, so that's why I'm listening out for the postie, because I've got some tax stuff coming. I've got I've tried to buy some good stuff off there. As I said, I checked the the comments and ratings and photos and things like that. So as you could probably guess, I bought like a pack off there, a little pack, and some first aid stuff, and I've got a couple of Israeli bandages which are very cool, and I'm hoping that they're not really Israeli bandages, you know what I mean? They're from Temu, so. But if you Google Israeli bandage, you'll see what I mean. They're a wonderful bandage that was designed, obviously, by the Israelis, and they're a compression pressure bandage for bleeding wounds. They're actually really good. So I'm setting up a little bit of I've already got a first aid kit, but I'm setting up another one just because. Got a tourniquet and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, like I'm ready to deploy. You know what I mean? Like this old broken guy is going to head over to, I don't know, Afghanistan or the Ukraine or something like that. You know what I mean? It's funny you never really leave it behind. Like most of us go around with like flag caps on and stuff like that. Like veteran T-shirts and all that kind of stuff. And it's funny for us here because it's not as big. It's being a veteran here isn't as big as a zombie kit. Yeah, like a zombie apocalypse kit. Yeah, absolutely. I've got a little signal mirror, which I already have. I already have a signal mirror, by the way, because I had a lot of that stuff when I was in. And I got a signal mirror and all that sort of stuff coming. Tourniquet, some gloves. Rosie's making a coffee. Some gloves. What else? Signal mirror, some Siloom sticks or glow sticks, you guys might call them. We call them Siloom sticks in the army because that was the brand name, Siloom. Our ones used to last for 12 hours though, so I don't know what these ones will be like. They probably won't be that good, but yeah, a bit of a zombie kit, mate. I do have an EDC. I don't know, you Americans may know what that means, those of you who aren't in America. An EDC is like an everyday carry. Obviously, I don't have a weapon in it because I live in Australia and we don't need weapons over here. But yeah, so I have a couple of knives and I've got a folder and a straight edge knife, like a survival knife, and You know, a Leatherman and a first aid kit, a litre of water, and all that sort of stuff. Recently got a big army bag for my Christmas trip to Mauritius with Mrs. Family. Pretty keen. Never left Australia. Oh, wow. Oh, you'll love it. You'll love it, man. It's just fun. I've never been to Mauritius myself. Obviously, I've done a lot of traveling. But you'll love it, man. It's just the whole thing when you get on the other side, when you get what they call airside of the airport. Hang on, me bloody cable's going everywhere. So you got land side and air side, right? Land side is where you get dropped off and all that sort of stuff, where the car park is and all that. And then you go through security and all that sort of stuff and customs, and then you end up on air side. And air side is where all the discount, the tax-free stores are and stuff like that. You have tax-free McDonald's on the other side and stuff like that. But you'll enjoy it. I won't ask what airport you're flying out of, but I've flown out of Sydney and Brisbane before. Sydney's really cool. There used to be this it was either 18,000 or 30,000. I can't remember. I think it was an $18,000 bottle of scotch or something they used to show in the duty-free store. Big round bottle like that in this big box. It was, massive. It was about that big. Big round bottle like that with all like design on the outside of the glass and all that sort of stuff. And that was like $18,000 or $30,000. I can't remember. And don't forget the big Toblerones and all that sort of stuff. But no, you love it, man. Just that I love traveling, or I used to. I don't travel anymore. Can't afford it, and also because of my illness, I'm a bit worried. Out of Perth, I flew over to the Gold Coast theme parks as a kid. Oh, that's cool. Actually, Perth isn't too bad. You're already sort of halfway there when I say that. You know what I mean? I remember when we were flying to Malta, because obviously my wife's Maltese. She's born here, but her family's Maltese, and there's heaps of family still over there. We got nieces live over there and stuff like that. And because they can get passports, obviously. So in Malta, you can get a passport by descent. So because my wife doesn't have a Maltese passport yet, but because both her parents were born in Malta, she can also get Maltese citizenship, or a Maltese passport by descent, because both her parents are born there. And it's pretty good for her, actually, because that means it's actually an EU passport as well. So, she could technically live and work anywhere in the EU. But yeah, the good thing I remember flying out of Sydney, and we're just like, by the time you get to Broome, it's like 4 hours have gone past, and the map still shows you Australia, like you've gone nowhere, you know what I mean? All you've done is just flown across the country, and it's 4 hours into the flight. But yeah, Mauritius, that's awesome. That's a chain of islands, isn't it? Let's check that out. What is Mauritius? Let's go and see what that is. M-A-R, how'd you spell it? M-A-U-R, I-T-U-S. A country in is it that one? You're going to Mauritius Island, I assume, not Mauritius, a country in East Africa, because I've been to East Africa and I can tell you it's not that great. I don't even know where that is. I'm going to check that out. Why did I just do that, you silly person? Here we go. In the Indian Ocean. You're going for a bit of a hike, mate. Oh, blimey, look at that. You're just doing nothing but flying over. Yeah, I think it's 8 hours. Her family? Sorry. You're with the Mrs. Family. Okay. Oh, you got a place to stay. That's nice. That's always good. That's what's good about Malta, is there's a few relations over there that we can live with. Man, just off the road. Oh, just off Madagascar. Wow, that's cool. Port Louis. Trois-Douches. Of course they speak French. Cool. And there we are. So that's what I meant about like flying out of Sydney. If you're flying to Europe, you head up this way. And it takes like 4 hours just to get out of the country. It's crazy. That's cool. Righto, let's see what's the go. Officially known as the Republic of Mauritius. I'm assuming that I'm saying that right. Oh, does anybody actually pay these guys? I think I did it once. To be honest. $3 I think I did once. Yeah. Maurice in French, of course. An island country in the Indian Ocean, about 2,000 kilometres off the southeastern coast of East Africa, east of Madagascar. I flew Perth Two there on a jet plane in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I actually have I got Xbox Game Pass too, so that's pretty cool. You get a lot of free stuff. First discovered in 1507. Okay, that's cool. Early history, it was Dutch first and then French. Yeah, it's generally the way things go like that. The Dutch and the French. Spanish, Spaniards sometimes. When did they get independent? 68. Interesting. And they're now a republic. 24 years after independence, they proclaimed a republic within the Commonwealth of Nations, and the British monarchs were removed as the head of state. Oh, so they were part of the Commonwealth up until then. All right. Cool. They did a referendum of that for us. Mauritius Island. What's the weather like? Let's have a look at this. Sorry, I'm scrolling past a bit fast, but environment and climate. Here we go. Oh, near the Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, so it's obviously tropical. Had 2 seasons of warm, humid summer from November to April with a mean temperature of 24.7 and a relatively cool, dry winter from June to September with a mean temperature of 20.4. The temperature between the seasons is only 4 degrees. That's pretty cool. All right, cool. Oh, I didn't mean to close that then. Numpty head. Because I'm just using that to cover up Discord. Righto. Oh, you should enjoy it. Yeah, no, Oh, shit. Sorry. Whoops. Yeah, so the only time you've been overseas is virtually on Microsoft Flight Simulator. But yeah, you'll enjoy it, man. It's really cool. It's just, I love the whole thing of traveling. It's get bags, it's a rush. You got to check in and all that sort of stuff. I'm a little bit anal. I get there like 4 or 5 hours before we're due to fly, all that sort of stuff, just to make sure, blah-de-blah. It's a typical ex-army bullshit, you know what I mean? Just make sure everything's right. I'm constantly checking the tickets. They've got RFID things for passports and wallets and, a bit crazy. But my brother-in-law has been copped before. He got copped in China when he went to China. He goes to China, or used to go to China a fair bit for his business. And, yeah, be prepared. It's always the way, mate. It's always the way. It's like, I don't know. It's the old saying. I know everybody says this, but I'd rather, what is it? Need it and not have it. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Yeah, one of those sort of things. So, yeah, it's a bit crazy. I've got all that sort of stuff hanging around. I've got, like, double stuff, and with this Temu stuff, I'll have, like, triple stuff and all that. Anyway, whatever. But when it's a few bucks, who cares? You know what I mean? You might as well set yourself up. Nabbed in China is a tough one. Yeah, no, not. When I say nabbed, I don't mean nabbed by the police. He got skimmed while he was over there, and they basically emptied his credit card. And obviously, my brother-in-law is quite well off. He works for Fujitsu, and he's worked there for a very long time. And I think it was his. I don't know if it was his private credit card or his business credit card. I think it was his private credit card that got skimmed, and just walking through the airport. So it was one of the it got him with the RFID chip. And he got a phone call like almost immediately from his bank account saying, did you authorize a transaction of, it was exactly what he had in his credit card balance, you know what I mean? $9,476.34, And my brother-in-law was like, no. So, yeah. So the bank was knew it straight away and was straight onto it. But yeah, it does happen. So, Mauritius is probably not a place you need to really worry about that. Oh, no, it's a bit too small, but like things like my wallet is an RFID wallet, it's called the Vault. I've had it for ages. I love it. I've had it for a long time. God, 5, 6, 7 years now. It's perfectly molded to my bum, which means it fits really nicely. I keep a thin wallet. They have these ads for Ridge wallets and all that sort of stuff. Declutter your wallet and all that. I don't. I like keeping my wallet as money and cards, and that's it. But because I carry a lot of bags around with me, so I can generally shove stuff in bags. But I know a lot of guys keep like receipts and tickets and blah blah blah. I don't keep anything like that in my wallet. I just keep my cards and cash, and that's it. But yeah, there's some things you can think of, like just kind of that kind of stuff, but it's not that big a deal. Going to like Mauritius probably isn't going to be that big a deal, but generally like any kind of major overseas places, there's always a lot of scamming going on. I remember when we went to France, it's very common over there, especially in Paris. Not so much the skimming and all that, probably now, but like just the scams, things like a guy comes up to you and shows you this gold chain thing, and says, "Oh, did you drop this? Looks like you dropped it." And if you take it off him, he then strong arms you for like 50 or 100 euro or something like that, Or it's the old deaf charity is a classic one, sign here and give us money, and it's for nothing. It's just for them, and all that sort of stuff. I actually got, which was quite surprising actually, my wife and I got approached inside the airport by a scammer. And it's funny, I thought, wouldn't they police that? But no, it's just like, oh, well, if you're dumb, the French, oh, well, if you're dumb enough to get scammed, you deserve it, basically. But yeah, so that happened. What else? What other bad things can I talk about that happened overseas for because you're just about to go on your first trip? No, I loved it. One of the big things is obviously, and you're going there with family, so that's going to happen. One of the big things is get into their culture as much as you can. That's what I find. Like, I don't go overseas and then eat meat pies and chips. You know what I mean? I try and eat their food and, all that sort of stuff, and like get into it, get right into it, drink the local beer, all that sort of stuff. And, you see people walking past with a beer in your hand. Yeah, I know, I understand. Yeah. But, when you're drinking and eating, I don't mean like, I draw the line at street food. not in Singapore, but Singapore street food's almost legendary throughout the world. But I draw the line at street food. But like if you go into a restaurant or something like that, or a cafe or something, try and drink and eat what the locals are eating. Anthony, hey JR, Anthony, hey to you too, and thank you for jumping in. Phoenix beer is it called? Oh, we got to check that out. Phoenix beer, yeah, you got to do that. Like when we go to Malta, the beer over there is called Cisk. Cisk, and it's great. It tastes brilliant, and everybody, like my niece, she used to be married to a local Maltese fella. Unfortunately, they've split up now. But her dad had a fridge, very Aussie. Her dad had and he wasn't, but her dad had a fridge just for Cisk. Literally open to like a yellow can. Literally open it up and it'd just be can. Look, I'm on the mend, Anthony. Thanks for asking, mate. I'm just going to quickly. What are we going? Phoenix beer. We got to check that out. Rising from the ashes. Phoenix beer. Here we go. Oh, you can actually buy it at Dan Murphy's. No, that can't be right. Here we go. The famous beer of Mauritius. Here we go. Oop, this site can't be reached. That's not it. There we go. Again, Wikipedia is trying to ask us for money. Phoenix Beverages. Yeah, okay. There we go. Phoenix beer. What's the alcohol content? Does it tell you? 5%. Nice. That's awesome. Famous beer of Mauritius. Phoenix beer since 1963. Oh, it's won some gold medals. That's pretty cool. You'll have to report back on how it tasted. Anthony, not too bad, mate. I am still in a bit of pain from my shoulder, and I am going to need surgery on that shoulder, so I'll be out again, unfortunately. I was saying earlier, I still should be able to press, W, A, S, and D, so we should be right. But, yeah, I'm okay. After the accident, I had some bleeding issues as well, internally. Not caused of the accident, because of something else, but... yeah, that was pretty serious. I actually collapsed and stuff like that. But, yeah, anyway, been in and out of hospital since then. But from the accident, not too bad. Obviously, the shoulder still, like I've been getting steroid injections, cortisone injections, but they're not working anymore. So, hydration, unfortunately, I've got to have surgery. Yeah, thanks, mate. I appreciate that. But, yeah, it was pretty rough. I don't know if you guys have seen the photos, but it was a pretty serious accident. Yeah, I took a heap of photos from. It actually made the Fireys page. The firefighters who came to clean up and do all that sort of stuff. Put it on their Facebook page. That's how good it was. No, I don't. We were thinking about that. Any dash cams? The coppers actually. I'll come back. The coppers were actually saying that they had to use dash cams, and some traffic cameras to get the images of the accident. But the actual photos are pretty bad. Like, I can show you some, I guess. But I've got to be careful because there are photos in here of myself and my wife after the accident. My wife injured her chest. So there's photos of her chest there, basically. Where should we start? Let's have a look. Where should we start? And how am I going to do this? All right, so we might go there. Where's the ones I took? I took 3 photos of the accident site, so I might start with the one I took first. Yeah, that'll do. So, this is the impact site, and this, what you can see there, that's my trailer. So that's my trailer there. I'll zoom in a sec. We were going away camping, so that's my car just there. That's the truck that hit us just there. So you can imagine how fast he's hit us. He hit 3 cars. So he's hit a car behind us, my trailer, me, and then I got hit into a car in front. I hope healthcare isn't as expensive in Oz. Not sure. Very similar to the NHS, mate, except we're not covered for dental care. So basically not me because I'm a pensioner, so it's even better for me because I'm on a veteran's pension. When you work, you pay what's called the Medicare levy. It's generally 1.5% of your pay. You pay it at tax time. And that covers everyone to have a Medicare card, and it's basically free healthcare. You rock up to the, you rock up to the hospital. We have emergency departments, just like you guys have A&E. You know what I mean? We have an emergency department. Rock up. You have to wait to be seen, but they prioritise. If you come in bleeding, blood pouring out everywhere, you obviously get seen first. But very similar, mate. So we'll get seen. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's for basically free healthcare. With me though, because I'm a veteran, I get basically everything covered. So my glasses, my teeth, my health, also any health issues that I have are all covered and paid for by the government. But normally you'd have to do teeth and glasses and stuff like that, or if you wanted to do like elective surgery, like you want to get your knee replacements and stuff like that, we have private health insurance, and that covers you going into a private hospital and stuff like that. But to be honest, you really don't need that unless you've got. A lot of people use it for pregnancy and stuff like that, but 99% of things you can get treated for free in a public hospital. It's just you may have to wait. Yeah, just before, mate, I had everything. I've lost all my camping gear. It all got destroyed. Like you can see, like where's the wine glass? You can see like that's a pop-up shower tent just there. That's bits of the other car. That's bits of the other car. There's my. No, I haven't yet, mate. I haven't yet. We're still going through all that at the moment. It's going to take about a year or two, so probably about another 12 months before anything happens in that respect. That's a big solar panel there. That's all smashed inside. That's my swag. That was basically destroyed. That's my recovery gear. I got to keep that. But there's my car. Oh, whoops. I just realised you can see the film strip on the bottom, and it's got like injury pictures on there. So I'm trying to avoid that. Oh. Bloody hell. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, you have to go through lawyers and that, mate, and insurance companies and stuff, and it takes time. It just takes a lot of time. Where else? What else we got? So that's a close-up of the trailer. I'll close that one. I've got to watch the bloody what's the name now? Hang on. So that's my trailer basically. So that's an 8x5. So it's an 8-foot by 5-foot alloy trailer. That was brand new. I'd only just bought it. So I haven't got any money back for that because the trailer wasn't insured. And you can see like I had a false floor in there, and that's a bit of the other car. There's part of that's all plates and stuff all smashed. This is a photo that the fire guys took. That's why you can see on the bottom there, it's got like 468 fire and rescue tweed heads. Oh, that's a better one. Where's that? I've just got to be careful about. That's the truck that hit us. So it's a tipper truck he had a load on. So he weighed about 10 ton when he hit us, and it was he hit us at about 110k an hour. I'll try and find you photos of the. Actually, we might go to the. We'll go to the. I thought I had them. Photos of the other car, man. A little Holden Trax, which is like a little hatchback. It's destroyed. It's cut in half. It's amazing how people didn't get hurt. So I'll go to my Facebook. So I have to be careful because it's my Facebook, obviously. But just give me a sec. I'll try and find this. I'll just come back to there. Yeah, it's so don't drive a hatchback and don't get hit by a truck. When you see it, if there was anybody in the back of this car, they would have been killed. Thankfully, amazingly, there weren't any major injuries. The strangest thing I found was my airbags didn't deploy. So I hammered the steering wheel with my face, pushed all my glasses into my nose and stuff, and broke my nose. And we all got thrown around inside because it was like we got hit. There were 4 impacts. You know what I mean? So we got hit pretty bad. But yeah, Corgan, yeah, that's true. The trailer took most of the impact. The car behind us did take a fair bit of the impact as well. Anthony, I'm loving it, mate. I've got to be honest. The Emerald Dream, I've only just started playing. Pardon me. Literally, I played it on a little bit on release. I've done all the original, the main. I've done all the main quests up to when they released the Wing 1, and then I've picked up that next quest to sort of push the story along, but I haven't done any of that yet. So that's what I was thinking. If we can't, I probably won't do a Mythic Plus or anything, but I might jump into try LFR or something for the second Wing or something, because I'm pretty sure that got released today, or maybe in Australia. I'm not sure if it got released today or not. I've just got to find my saves because I saved it, of course. All right, we saved. Here we go. Right. So how are we going to do this? Just let me get that over there. Can I do that? No, I don't want to do that. I'm not sure how we're going to work this. Can I shrink the screen a little bit? Yes, maybe I can. No, that's not going to work. Should probably get my airbags checked up. Started the new patch yesterday. Quit for a bit. Where are we? Have you unlocked normal flying? I remember you not being keen on dragon flying. No. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, no, I still haven't unlocked normal flying on what's the name, which is funny. But yeah, I'm trying to get this to work and I can't really get it to work. So anyway, never mind. We'll have to do it another way. I thought I had photos of the actual car behind me. I might just save them off my Facebook and then I can throw them up. Just give me a sec. Yeah, no, I haven't unlocked normal flying in Thingo yet, in Dragonflight yet, which is funny. I know. I'm winding down at the moment, just at a +20 Everbloom. Yeah, that's fair enough. Arms are aching. I know, I was finding that too. Especially when I was doing that video yesterday, day before, about Wing 1. Yeah, I was finding that because it's been a while since I did a raid or anything like that. Yes, I found that my hand was really hurting because I got a Razer keyboard. I got like a pretty good one. It's RGB and all that sort of stuff, but for some reason it didn't come with a wrist rest. So I have to go and get one of those, or I could probably just put a folded cloth under there or something like that. But yes, as I'm now getting older, I find that things like that hurt a bit. So I didn't realise that I didn't have the rest of the photos. So I will quickly download them, and then I can show you what the car looked like. So it won't be a second. Might do it that way, yeah. Yeah, my airbags didn't deploy for some reason. I don't know why. I guess because I got hit in the back first, which makes sense. But then I plowed into another car in front. Like, we were stationary and we got plowed into a car in front. But this red car, man, you wait to see the photos of that. How they survived this, I've got no idea. and it'll give you an idea how fast the truck was going too. Oh, that's a good one. That's the back of my car. I think I've already got that one. But yeah, we were very... Oh, yeah. This one's a good one. This one's a good one. Okay, I think that's it. Yes. All right. We should be able to do it this way. Okay. All right. This will be better because this doesn't have images of us all injured. So that's the back of my car. So that was a Prado. You can see like the damage on it. Yeah, the wrist. I know. What's this one? This is a Black Widow. It's the Razor Black Widow, but I didn't get it with the. For some reason, it didn't come with the wrist rest. I don't know why. I must have to buy it separately. But that's the back, basically the back of my car. You can see like the toe balls all pushed to the ground and all that sort of stuff, and it's just the doors have popped out and all that sort of stuff. And if we go back, this is the car that got hit first and hit my trailer. So that's where he's clipped the back left of my trailer. Okay. This is a Holden track, so it's like a little hatchback thing. This is a Camry, so I was stationary and he was stationary, and I did that to him when I got pushed into him. So I didn't drive into him. I was stationary and I hit him when I got hit by the truck, so it pushed me and him. That's the damage I did to that Camry. So that's pretty full on. But yeah, so we were both stationary, and that's bits of my car all over the back of his back. So yeah, I did that to a Camry just by getting pushed into him. But this is the car that got hit first. This is a Holden Trax. So you can imagine that's actually a hatchback. It's only a very small car. But yeah, that's the car that got hit first. Now, the driver and the passenger were fine. No major injuries, just like us, strains and sprains, stuff like that. Their airbags actually went off. So, remind my original Villa Priest. Oh, we've got to talk about that too. We'll talk about that in a sec. I just want to show you this and then we'll give it the arse. Yeah, pancaked, big time. Just literally like the back of the car got pushed into the back of the front seats. So if there's anyone in the back there, man, it would be good night. Yeah, would have been good night. But you can see their airbags deployed. For some reason, mine didn't. But yeah, I can't get over that though. That's the damage I did just by getting pushed into a car. Anyway, all right, enough of that. Okay. Yes, so I don't know. You can buy. I think you can buy them actually. I don't know how much they are, and I don't know why I didn't get one with it. Razer keyboard wrist rest. God, they're $56 on Amazon. Are you kidding me? Total Gaming Comfort. That's my keyboard there. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah, see, like, bloody hell. I'll just get one off. Temu might have one. There we go. Temu might have one. Oh, sorry, I just realised you didn't see any of that. I just looked them up. But, okay. Yes, Richard is key. Okay, Corgan, remade my original Vanilla Priest on hardcore, up to level 34. Man, you must be doing well. And a priest would probably be, popular because you can heal yourself quite well as a priest. That my son plays, my eldest son who lives with us, obviously, he plays hardcore. He's only just started playing hardcore, but yeah, I haven't started a hardcore character yet. It would be interesting, I think. It would be interesting to see how you go. Because you're so... Especially in retail, you're sort of putting yourself in situations like with Classic. Oh, pardon me. With Classic, you had to think about it, But with retail, you're sort of putting yourself in situations that you wouldn't normally put yourself in because you're pretty much going to, your health bar doesn't really move much. But yeah, with Classic, it was a bit different, especially when I was leveling a mage. I've got a level 60 Frost Mage in Classic because when I was in my eldest son's guild, he was the guild leader, and it was all just they only wanted to play Classic. They didn't want to play retail. I'm trying to get him to bring back to us. I'm trying to get him to come back to retail, but he's not budging at the moment. So he's going to play hardcore for a while. But he's only just started, and there is the occasional "oh my god" coming from his room. So I'm assuming he's dying. Yeah, but it'll be interesting. I think hardcore. Yeah, But that's pretty cool to get up to level 34 with on hardcore, I'm assuming. There's all these, you've seen all the graphs and everything. I suppose everybody's probably seen them by now. You know, what's killing you most, and it's like kobolds, you know. Not that candle. It kills you, you know. It's like, oh. You think back, and what's its face? What's the name of that guy? Hogger, whatever his name is. You know, the first sort of special guy you run into. Hogger, I think it is. Yeah, Hogger. I don't know. So I've buggered something up here. I just got to sort it out. Hang on, where are we? There we go. Just going to make sure that still looks okay. Yeah, there we go. I'm just checking it on my live feed. I won't be a second. Wow, there's a bit of a delay. Okay, just changed now. Okay. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, retail is pretty cruise control. I agree with you. Like, I really do enjoy it. I enjoy it. But yeah, it is kind of sort of, yeah, pretty much just sort of hammer through it. You know, you're not really in any danger. You know what I mean? Obviously, that's where the mythics and the raids and stuff come into it. But yeah, like just questing. I love just questing. I have always loved just questing. I do harken back to the old days, you know, a bit like before. I remember when Thoughtbot was a thing. You know, that's how old I am. Thoughtbot was like a coords sort of thing. You could go onto the Thoughtbot website and it would tell you the coords of where things were, and then you had to have like coords on you as an add-on, you know. And this was all pre CurseForge and all that sort of stuff, you know. So I never really understood how to do it. You know, or people would post on there, oh, I saw him at this point, you know, this spot, who was hanging around there and that kind of stuff. But now it's all just like follow the arrow, and, you know, which is cool. I think that's good because it gets casual players into the game, which I think is important to keep it going. But for the more like from the original sort of players like myself, you know, it's sort of like, it could be a little bit harder. But then we've got classic and hardcore now, so there you go. So, you know, you can't really complain. If you want to go and play something to harken back to what you remember, well, you've got classic, and if you want to play something that's hard, you've got hardcore, which is I think they've done I think it's been a really good idea that they've done that. Because now you're going to get this whole esports thing now with hardcore probably. And I'm not a big esports fan, I've got to be honest. I'm not a big esports fan. I don't really watch it or get into it or anything like that. But anyway, the guild, the first guild and all. I'd like to be a part of the first guild. My son was in a couple of those that did firsts, but I was never really into that kind of stuff. I like being out in the world, just cruising along, seeing how we go and stuff like that. But yeah. Yes, but retail is pretty cruise control. Yes, I know. All right, so we can get out of that now. So what should we do? We might wonder if we should get in and might run that second wing, eh? See what that's like. What do you reckon? I might jump in and we'll see where we are at the end of that. All right. I'll just start all that nonsense. Move you guys over there so I can still see chat. Just going to make sure it's picking it up. There we go. I'm in love with this armor. Oh, I hate that cape though. I got that from the raid. I'm in love with this Lion's Guard. I don't think I'm ever going to change. I don't know why. I just love it. I seriously love the way it looks. Anyway, there are my other characters. And I've got some on servers that I haven't played. I've got some on American servers and stuff that I haven't played for ages. Oh, hey. Thanks, old man Dingo. Good on you for jumping on, mate. I just saw you there. Hang on. I just resized everything for some stupid reason. Sorry, you may not hear desktop audio now because I didn't click back on there. Hang on. I'm just fiddling around with OBS just to make the chat a bit bigger. When I moved it to my other screen, it didn't keep the settings. Oh, so there's my last. That's the last raid. So you can see I'm doing much better than I was, but yeah, so Final Verdict, which is 4 for me, and Beacon of the Beyond, that trinket, that's doing the second most amount of damage, and I only get to trigger it once every 3 minutes. You know what I mean? So pretty crazy. But it looks like I'm circling over there. And I haven't been able to see Discord at all. So Discord hasn't changed, I don't think. I'll just double check that real quick. Yeah. Sorry. Right. No, now I need the other thing back. Now I need OBS back. There we go. And there we go. Yeah, good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I know you said you haven't been into it for a while, so, you know, I hope you get back into it or whatever, but you can just sort of plod along. So here we are. So I got that quest over here the other day. I still haven't done it yet, so I might just queue up for the second wing, and we'll see how we go. What's going on over here? Oh, yeah, those guys, yeah. I'll just make sure I'm prepared. I don't know why I keep jumping.
What brings you here?
Okay, yes. Oh, hang on to those.
Watch over you.
It's for that, you know, that rep quest. You know, the 8 in the Accord or whatever you get every Wednesday or whatever, or Tuesday for you guys in the US. Alrighty, so let's queue, shall we? So I'm hoping the second wing should be open. Yes, it is. Look at that. Molten Incursion. Let's go. What do we got to wait for? Oh, 14 minutes. That could be a bit much. Hopefully it's not that long. So what I might do while that's going on, we might just run through and I'll just finish this quest off with the Black Prince because he's annoying. Never leaves you alone. Alright, tell me of Netherwing. Blah, 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 blah. I confess, I have not met them myself. However, Sibelian has provided some helpful information. Let's talk about something else.
Will be redeemed.
Well then, we should go meet the representative of the Netherwing. Okay, Morandaku. That sounds a bit like Clandathu, the planet. Clandathu.
Until next time.
Talk to Prince Morandaku at the Petitioner's Concourse in
Azeroth
Valdrakken.
faces many threats.
Back to Valdrakken, eh? We might just quickly... This is that quest I picked up from Alexstrasza that furthers the story. Yeah, the Eye of Ysera. So we'll go into the portal and see what's going on, eh? Teleporting to the Eye of Ysera. Right, what are we doing? Merithra. Merithra?